Okay, I'm indeed sorry for the late start. I had to put some things in order. Sorry for taking your time. So let's just go straight to the chart and discuss those pairs that are offering some trading opportunities at this time. All right. I am being tempted to look at the euro against the New Zealand dollar for a short opportunity, having that candle right here. It's a very valid one happening around this key level of resistance, this level right here. But we must be very careful looking into the monthly time frame. It seems the price is turning to the upside. All right, the bias is more to the upside in the monthly time frame, and that is why we might not be taking this trade in the daily time frame. It looks valid, everything looks good, but I am not really comfortable with this one. Okay, I am not comfortable with this one. If you want to take it, you can go ahead, but I am not comfortable with this one. The euro against the American dollar, after that press conference, we saw that massive bullish candle during the 4 hours time frame, where price is approaching an area of resistance, but still looks very bullish. If you are looking to trade the euro against the American dollar, you want to stay absolutely bullish. This pair still has the potential to push to the upside. Remember, in our previous reviews before this sideways price bias, we're talking about price moving to this area in the monthly time frame. So still some more upside for the euro against the American dollar. Also, mind you, this momentum that has driven price to the upside is still very much in the market, and we might be seeing that from tomorrow, pushing again to the upside. All right, the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar in the daily time frame. We are getting the pin bar at a previous level of resistance, now acting as support. That pin bar right here, this pin bar is valid, it looks good, but look into the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, we will not want to trade against this rejection in the weekly time frame. That's it. Just as much as we wouldn't want to go short against that area which is currently acting as support, we will not also want to go long against this force of rejection. So whenever you have that type of confusing price behavior, just sit out. Okay, avoid it. In all, the chart is actually looking like the Australian dollar will gain some strength, but we will not take it. All right, the American dollar against the Swiss franc is a trade that we just took after that news announcement. As you can see, this rising trend line seems to have been broken. At least price has broken all levels of support. I am expecting price to now, since this level is broken, in a couple of days, few more days, price should be able to hit the lower boundary of this expanding triangle. Price should be able to hit this area. So we now have a highway free of traffic for the American dollar against the Swiss franc. That was why we took that trade based on price action. I already saw that the price is very likely to break to the downside. Anyway, for this week, we might not really see much happening here. We might not see price doing anything significant, maybe just a little push again inside this price bias. But whatever happens, don't be nervous, just keep this trade for some time. Let's keep it for about 5 days. If you have the nerves, we can keep this trade for about 5 days. That's up till next week, and we'll see what's going to happen with this. Like I said, we might be coming all the way to this next level of support in the daily time frame. Remember, in our previous analysis, we have been looking for short entries around this zone. Okay, so let's just hold it for a while. Then the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. This is the trade that we'll be taking right now. Price is actually reacting off a previous level of support. It's a significant swing point, very significant swing point, and right now price has gone back to test that level from below. It is now acting as resistance. The idea here is that this candle in the weekly time frame is likely going to close a pin bar. All right, it's likely going to close a pin bar. So we are getting an early hint in the daily time frame, very early hint in the daily time frame. In my experience, I have seen this happen over and over. It is an early hint, although this is not happening of a daily level of resistance, but it is an early hint, and we are going to take advantage of that. Hopefully price is going to drop to the downside, maybe to somewhere around in here. So we are looking to make profits from within this area. Okay, and the price is able to drop to somewhere around in here. Let's just place a line there. Remember, we have just 2 days left for this week. If price is able to come around that line, this level here, that means this candle is going to be something like this. Okay, so for all of this room, that is where we want to start making in the morning, finding an early entry. So let's go ahead and place the trade for the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. Let me take out this. All right, daily time frame, you don't need to be very exact with your levels. Just place your order a few pips below the pin bar. All right, we are going to be very conservative with our stop loss. Of course, we don't want to be it is better to avoid your stop loss being hit than to tempt price. You cannot tempt price with your stop loss. Price will definitely hit that out. Okay, so let's keep it somewhere here, just a little room. So the distance from our stop loss to entry, we are going to check that out. About 196 pips. So 196 pips. Proposed entry is at the 1.8172 level. The stop loss is at 1.8371. Okay, those are the parameters for this trade. So let's apply our stop loss, our lot size indicator. I am sure you all have it. If you don't, then you want to write to support requesting for the stop loss for this lot size calculator. Our job is with the input field, this one here. So we are going to key in this value, entry to stop loss in pips. Okay, that's 196 pips. Let's keep this risk. I am keeping mine at 2% all the time, so that's it. I'm going to click on my OK button, and here is my recommended lot size. 196 pips stop loss, 2% risk. So I'm going to take the trade. This is what every trader must do before they take a trade. So it's a pending order, it's a sell limit, it's a sell stop order at price 1.8172. okay, stop loss 1.8371. all right, so that's it. Sell stop order. Let's place the order right now. Okay, the order has been placed. Sorry about that. Let me just oops, I think I messed this up. Let me replace the order. 1.09. it's a pending order, is a sell stop at price 1.8172. Stop loss 1.8371. okay, so I'm going to place it, leaving my take profit open as usual. All right, so the order has been placed right now. So our prayer here is that a price for tomorrow is going to drop to the downside. So that's it. That's the second trade. We have just two trades running right now. Okay, part of the euro against the Canadian dollar. I still believe the Canadian dollar is a bit strong. So what we might be seeing in the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar is possibly sideways price bias. Euro against the New Zealand dollar. I just let this one go. I'm not going to regret if price just drop to the downside. There will be no regret about that. I'm not just comfortable with price action with that pair. Euro against the American dollar, you want to stay bullish. American dollar against the Japanese yen, you want to stay absolutely bearish. This is what I am looking at in the American dollar against Japanese yen. This is absolutely bearish. Price will soon break to the downside any moment soon. It might be tomorrow. You can see how the dynamic area of resistance is catching up with this little sideways price bias. So any moment soon we'll be getting the breakout, and I am sure the next move might be hitting the monthly level of support. So let's keep an eye on this. I wouldn't want to click on my sell button here again or sending a signal out, because we are involved in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay, for the Canadian dollar is still strong. Okay, the Canadian dollar is still strong. For the Canadian dollar against Japanese yen, this is a trade in this is a pair that we will be following for probably next week. For tomorrow, we are likely to see another bullish push to the upside in this pair. If you are looking to trade the Canadian dollar against Japanese yen, we might be seeing a bullish push. Okay, but it's not really clear. But anywhere around in here is a risky zone to hit on your buy button. All right, we talked about the New Zealand dollar against Japanese yen. You can see the euro against the Australian dollar finding problems around that area. So this should be London Open breakout candidate for tomorrow. If we find that sideways Tokyo range, we'll be more interested in breakouts to the upside. Okay. Australian dollar against the American dollar. Market flow is set up for tomorrow. Pullback, reversal. That's for tomorrow. All right. Sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. I think we're checking out. We took a small loss, but actually it is still looking bearish. And maybe a London Open breakout set up tomorrow for a push to the downside. The Canadian dollar is still strong. It's still looking bearish right now, but no entry. Okay. New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Seems to be having multiple trades for next week. Right, the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. 3 candles in a row. Be very apprehensive of that. 3 hesitation candles. Just avoid that. You might see the range in the okay, it's a range. Avoid it completely. What is likely to happen is bang up there, bang back down. Okay, I think that's it. That's just it. Nothing more. We have taken a trade in the sterling pounds. We have placed a trade in the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar daily time frame, hoping for price to come back down. We also have 1 trade open in the American dollar against the Japanese yen, Swiss franc, where price has broken the rising level of support. So we should be seeing a down day for tomorrow. So let's keep that trade. All right, that's basically it. Thanks for watching this for today. If you have questions, contributions, please feel absolutely free to post them in the live chat window, where we'll be discussing them all together. I'm not seeing contributions. All right, thanks, and good night from here.